everybody, welcome back to Know Your Verbs. My name is Alicia, and in this episode, we're going to talk about the verb rise. Let's begin. The basic definition of the verb rise is to move upwards. Some examples. The balloon rose in the air. The sun rises every morning. Okay, now let's look at the conjugations for this verb. Present, rise, rises. Past, rose. Past participle, risen. Progressive, rising. Now let's talk about some additional meanings for this verb. The first one means to become successful or to achieve a higher position. Some examples. The group rose to power in 2016. Our channel has risen in popularity over the years. So these example sentences both refer to kind of improving your rank or improving your level of success, becoming more successful. In the first one, we see the group rose to power. Rose to power means became gradually more successful, like gradually gained more power. Rose to power, like kind of leveled up, you can imagine. In the second example sentence, our channel has risen in popularity. We see that we're becoming more and more successful, more and more popular over the years. So this refers to gradually gaining some kind of success or achieving a higher rank in some way. Okay, let's go on to the second additional meaning for this verb. The second variation is to increase, Some examples. Temperatures are rising around the world. Our electrical bill seems to rise every year. So this just refers to a simple increase. Perhaps the easiest way to think of this is numbers going up. So in the first example sentence, temperatures increasing. Temperatures are increasing around the world means temperatures are going up. Temperatures are rising. In the second example sentence, it's an electrical bill. So the cost goes up every year. The cost rises every year. So we use rise to refer to simple increases as well. Okay, let's go on to the third additional meaning for this one. The third additional meaning for this verb is to oppose a bad ruler. So this can mean like a king or a queen or a government or someone who is like in a managerial or administrative role, someone who's ruling over other people or controlling other people. Examples. The people rose up against the government. His troops began to rise up against him. So here you can see rise up against, and then we follow that with the person or the ruler or the government that's causing the problems for the people who are opposing. So in the first example sentence, the people are rising up against a government. In the second example sentence, troops, members of the military, are rising up against someone who is in control of them. So we commonly see rise against or rise up against in this case. Let's continue on to some variations of this verb. The first variation is to rise above. This means to not allow something to affect you negatively. So examples of this. He's trying to rise above all the drama at the office. They rose above the ignorance in the community. So rise above refers to not letting some kind of negativity affect you. In the first example sentence, he's trying to rise above the drama in the office means he's trying not to let drama in the office affect him negatively. In the second example situation, it's a community situation. They rose above the ignorance in the community. So perhaps there is ignorance in the community that could potentially create a negative situation, but they decide not to let that affect them. So they try to go beyond it. This has a positive image, actually, rising above something that could create a negative situation. Okay, let's go on to the next one. The next expression is to rise from the dead or to rise from the grave. This means coming back to life after being dead, or we can use it to talk about someone who wakes up after a long, long sleep in a very casual situation. Examples. Zombies are humans risen from the dead. Whoa, look who's risen from the dead. So in the first example sentence, it's a fantasy situation about zombies. So zombies are kind of humans, like monsters. Humans that died and now they are back. They're sort of risen from the dead. They're back and walking around. So risen from the dead. In the second example sentence, it's about a person who probably just woke up. Whoa, look who's risen from the dead. Look who has risen from the dead. Meaning Not literally you died and then came back, but instead you've been sleeping for a long time, so long it seemed like you died, but now you're back. You're risen from the dead. So we can use this in most cases to talk about like zombie movies or people who sleep for a long time. Though perhaps there are other situations too, especially in some religious situations as well, where we can use this expression. Okay, so those are hopefully a few new ways that you can use the verb rise. Of course, if you have any questions, comments, or other ways that you want to try to use rise, please feel free to do so in the comment section. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, subscribe to the channel, and check us out at EnglishClass101.com for other good study tools. Thanks very much for watching this episode of Know Your Verbs, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.